is up? Welcome back to the Rio Canadian Outdoors Show. Neil here, back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be going over my full rod and reel arsenal that I have for 2017. And I'm just going to be going over each of these 5 rods, their features, what I use them for. If I know the price of them, then I'll just mention basically anything I can about them all. So, start with the first one here. This is spinning setup that I use basically for heavy fishing. Like I would use it basically just if I was fishing like corn or live bait rigs for catfish or carp. It's basically just a nice heavy spinning setup here. This would be like my least used setup. It's a 6'6" medium heavy quantum advantage, or sorry, not medium heavy, it's just medium power, medium action quantum advantage. It's paired up with a Mitchell 300X. Right now I've got 50-pound Power Pro braid on here, so it's just a good heavy rig. And I don't know the prices on these two, but I will link all the rods down below, like an Amazon or a Bass Pro Shops link, just so you can get a general idea of how much each of these would cost. Moving on to the second one, this rod was the very first rod that I had when I really started to get into fishing. This was my first legitimate setup here. It's a Quantum Reacts Composite Rod. It's a 6'6" medium. I got this actually as a combo at first. So it was a rod and reel from Canadian Tire, and at the time I bought it for 30 bucks. It was on sale, and the rod is actually really good. I've never had any problems with it. The reel with it right now is a Daiwa Legalis 2500. This is actually a really nice reel. I bought it a couple of years ago. Also got this on sale. It was I think 60 bucks, the reel. And one problem I had with it last year was it wasn't loading the line onto the spool evenly, so it was basically all the line would bunch up at the bottom of the spool because it wasn't rotating up and down evenly. But I was able to fix that problem basically by just taking off the spool and removing some of the spacers that they had in there. So it was a pretty easy fix, and other than that I haven't had any problems with it. This I basically use for some soft plastic fishing if I want to throw a Senko sometimes, because basically I got mono on here, so if I need to throw something with mono or live bait fishing, I do a lot of live bait fishing with this rig. Again, not one of the rigs I use a ton, but still definitely good to have. That was not good. Okay, well, we'll move on to the next one anyway. This is my favorite spinning setup of them all. This is the one, I got this rod for my birthday from my 2 other friends, Jake and Johnny, who are actually also part of the show. So they got this for me for my birthday. It's a Luz Laser SG Speed Stick. Let's see what we got here. Medium fast, 6'6". This is a great rod. I use this for all my drop shotting. It's a very nice, sensitive rod. I've got a Mitchell Avoca RZT on here. This reel is a very good reason. What's with all the rods falling? Like, okay. As I was saying, nice, reasonably priced reel. Got this for 40 bucks at Bass Pro, just regular price, not on sale or anything. I've got some nice Bass Pro Shops Hyper Braid 15-pound test on here. Nice sensitive thin line for drop shotting. Yeah, really nice setup. So this setup is almost brand new pretty much, and really excited to get using that this year. Okay. Hopefully none of these got damaged or anything. So I just picked this rod up about a week ago. I went to a fishing swap meet and picked this thing up. This is going to be my cranking stick. It's an Okuma EVX. It's a 7'5" medium medium fast, and it's a nice long rod, and it's got a pretty soft tip on it, which is exactly what you want for throwing say crankbaits, jerk baits, spinner baits, and moving baits like that. The reel I got, this was my first Baitcast reel. It's the Abu Garcia Black Max. I got this at Canadian Tire, and it was about 80 bucks, I think. I'm not completely sure on the price. Again, I'll just link it down below so you can check it out for yourself if you want to. It's a good reel. It's a 6.4 to 1 gear ratio, 5 ball bearings. I think it's a good bang for the buck. I mean, Abu Garcia is a very trusted brand. I really like their products personally. So yeah, I haven't had any problems with the reel at all. It's well made. It's a good bang for the buck, as I already said. Last but not least is my flipping and pitching setup. And sorry, I forgot to mention. Yeah, so basically I got fluorocarbon on here. I used it for crankbaits, just if you were curious about the type of line that's on there. Yeah, so this is my flipping and pitching setup. It's a Rapala R-Type, 6'6", medium heavy power, extra fast action. Paired up with a Quantum Accurate PT. This reel is awesome. I just got it a couple weeks ago. Went to Bass Pro Shops with my friend and picked this thing up for 130 bucks. And I actually traded in another reel, so I got a discount for that, so that was pretty nice. So basically this reel, I've got some 30-pound Suffix braid on here, and I'm going to be using this for all my flipping jigs and pitching jigs and anything like punching rigs, anything that's really heavy with baitcaster. Yeah, so the rod is a fairly it's not extremely sensitive rod. It's got lots of backbone, so this is a good punching flipping rig. And the reel, I forgot to mention the gear ratio. It's a 7.0 to 1, so it's a very fast gear ratio. It's got a nice magnetic braking system on here. And one cool thing that the Accurist has is there's this little switch on the side here, and when you flick that switch down, basically it's called a flipping mode. So basically, when you press your thumb button down, it comes right back up right away. So see how that just comes right back up. I mean, normally press it down and then you have to turn the reel handle to get it back up. So I mean, that's a cool little feature. I'll probably end up using. I don't really know how to use that right now. It's going to take some getting used to. So basically these are all of the rods I have right now and that I'm using. So I've got 5 of them, like 3 spinning rigs and 2 bait casters, and I mean, I just kind of collected them over, I think, 2 years, and I got all these nice rigs here. That's what I'm going to be using this year.